So starting with the today's session, I'm sharing the screen. So today we'll be talking about the new enhancements that we did for the GSTR1 report. So currently, if we go to reports, compliance, GST and GSTR1 new report, and I'm selecting the Havra business place and click on search. So these are my data which reflects on my screen if my entries have been updated correctly. So the first, for example, it's B2B, B2CL, B2CS, and CDNR, CDNUR. So now I will be exporting by combine Excel for return Excel file just to validate the Excel sheet that can be imported to the government portal or can be fetched by the government portal. Now, as a user, I will always want to validate these transactions, whether these have been correctly inputted in the system or not, in the same way, the way it is reflecting in my Excel right now, in my combined Excel for return. So what we'll have to do, we'll just come back to the UI screen or the summary screen, and there we will be getting two kinds of option for B2B, B2CL, B2CS, CDNR, and CDNUR. As you can see, these icons have been newly enhanced over here. So the first is voucher wise and rate wise part. So we will be first getting, for example, in B2B, if I click on the B2B drill down, previously the data used to reflect voucher wise, but right now you will be able to see the data rate wise, that is the invoice wise and rate wise. So if you scroll the data towards your right, you will be finding the rate reflecting against each and every transactions in case the data has been updated correctly. So these were the entries of rate-wise transactions. And if you want to view the old report, which was the voucher-wise details, you can always click over here and click on search. So your voucher-wise details will also reflect the way it used to reflect in the system. Same goes in case if you don't want to have a drill down over there and just you want to have a shortcut, then you can obviously view the shortcuts that whether you want to drill down the B2B report voucher wise or rate wise. So for example, I want to click on V, which is voucher wise. It will show you the data voucher wise, the old format. And then if you click on R, it will show you the data rate wise, and accordingly, the Excel part is also available. So now comes to the B2CL part. Let's come to the B2CL part. If I'm seeing one particular transaction this way, I want to validate it. I can always again go voucher-wise details or rate-wise. So by default, if I click on R, it will show me the rate-wise details. Since I have only one transaction, I'll be able to see the rate. I can validate the data with the combined Excel return for return the Excel which is generated by the system, just to have a clarity that my data is being updated correctly or not. So this comes for the B2CL part. Now coming to the B2CS part, which is a slightly different with the B2B, B2CL, CDNR, and the CDNUR. Because the B2CS part, the data should reflect business place of supply wise. So instead of giving the rate wise data directly, we have provided the option as voucher wise details, place of supply, and rate wise details. So by default, the P or the place of supply wise details will be reflecting in front of your screen the way it is reflecting in your combined Excel for return, just to have a proper validation. So if your place of supply and rates are different, accordingly, the data will be reflecting that what is the place of supply, what is the rate, and what is the taxable value and the cess amount as per the data which is updated in the system. And accordingly, if you click on the drill downs, the data will be reflecting business place wise. Or in case if you do not want to view the business place wise details and you directly want to view the entire data for the month of October 2023 rate wise, you can click over here and click on search. All the transactions with rate wise data will be reflecting in front of your screen. And accordingly, the Excel is available. And then comes the voucher-wise details, the old format which was there earlier in the system. We have not removed it as it is reflecting on the screen, and accordingly, the Excel is available in the system. So this was about the B2CS part. Then comes the CDNR or the regular CDNUR part. Again, you are having two kinds of option over here, the regular voucher-wise details or the rate-wise details. So by default, the first drill down that we have kept, it would be similar to the combined Excel format, combined Excel for return format, just to have a proper reconciliation part more easy for users. So this was the details for CDNR part. You can always switch the data voucher-wise or rate-wise as per your convenience. And then comes the CDNUR part. You can again, you are having two kinds of option, which is voucher-wise details and rate-wise details. If you click on rate-wise details, you will be having a proper clarity of the data rate-wise as well. You can use these options this way also, in case if you don't want to view the summary part, you can directly go to the B2B part and see the data voucher-wise details or rate-wise details depending on the requirements. So accordingly, you can always have an Excel export or the view format in order to reconcile data with the combined Excel for return. So these were the enhancements which were made for the GSTR1 new report. Now, in case if the filing is being done for GSTR1 new report, we obviously see few entries like mismatch with PL. This mismatch with PL, that means there are few transactions which has not been synchronized with the GSTR1 report, due to which there are few differences. If you click over here, you always get there are differences of 28,500, due to which your profit and loss data is not matching or is not in sync with the GSTR1 new report. So in order to reconcile those transactions wherever the entries are appropriately updated, but the masters were updated in future, or some other reasons may occur due to which those entries needs to be synchronized with my GSTR1 new report. For those entries, previously we were supposed to sync the data manually for one or two transactions. So for that, we have given one option of GST not sync. If we click over here, click on search, since I don't have any data in my unsync part, so I'll try to get it done from all segment in case I have. I will click on GSP not sync, click on search. Whichever entry is supposed to get synchronized in order to match the PNL part, we just need to click over here and click on sync with GSP. So the moment we do this, automatically a process will get triggered at our backend and the request will be sent, which will, with time, again, a queue is there in my backend. So all these entries get synchronized with my GSTR1 report in order to get ready for the filing directly from the RealBooks to the GST portal. So these two features were interlinked related to the enhancements that was done for the GSTR1 new report. So if anybody has any query, you can come up one by one. So thank you so much everyone for joining the session. It was good to have an interaction today. In case if there is any kind of feedbacks or related to these reports, do come up with your suggestions and the feedbacks. We'll definitely look into it and we will try our level best to make the life more easier as and when we get the feedbacks. So thank you so much.